Good morning, everyone. It is really early in the morning. It's about 6:30 on August 5th, and I'm going to get out into the garden and try to harvest some herbs. I have several that need to be cut now before they go to seed. Okay, this is my thyme, and as you can see, it's almost taken over this whole pot. This is lemon thyme over here, and over here is common thyme. Thyme comes from the Mediterranean region. Ancient Egyptians used thyme for embalming. Ancient Greeks used it in their baths and burnt it as incense in their temples, believing that it was a source of courage. I like to use thyme for fried potatoes. I like to use it in my roasts, sprinkled on almost any meat. It's just a really nice herb to add some flavor to anything you're cooking. I'm going to cut a little bit of both of them and try and keep them separate so I don't mix them up. So I'm going to get in here and just clip off some of this. I also have some time going over by the greenhouse, and I'll be getting some of that as well. Some of this greener stuff. Okay. And while we're right here, we're going to get a little bit of this oregano as well. There's some over here. Oregano is also native to the Mediterranean region. It was popular in Greece and Rome to flavor meats, fish, vegetables, and wine. The Greeks believed that the goddess Aphrodite created oregano in her garden on Mount Olympus as a symbol of happiness and joy. And as a matter of fact, the word oregano is derived from the Greek words gros and ganos, literally meaning mountain joy. Let's clip a little bit of that. Oops. Nice long piece. Okay. All right. Over here in this pot, I have some marjoram. Marjoram was also used in Egyptian embalming. In Greece and Rome, it was used in love spells. Greek herbalists used it in ointments because they thought that it had strengthening properties. All of these just need well-draining soil. They will pretty much grow in any potting soil as long as it doesn't get waterlogged. Okay, so I've trimmed that one down. It looks a lot better, and we've got a good bit of marjoram right there to take inside. Okay, here is some of my basil. Basil is without a doubt the thing I have the most of, the herb I have the most of. This right here is lemon basil. I have lemon, lime, blue spice, holy, and regular basil. Basil comes from India originally. It is considered a sacred herb, worshipped as a saint in India, and as a guardian of the dead in ancient Egypt. In Italy, it's used as a sign of love or an intent to marry. Basil is a good insect repellent for flies and mosquitoes, according to research conducted at Kansas State University. It is effective in eliminating bugs from food in the kitchen, repelling cockroaches and weevils. Both the leaves and the stalks are edible. I like to dehydrate it and use just the leaves myself. But I'm going to cut this all back and put it in the basket. Alright, so there we go. It's all trimmed down, and I have a ridiculous amount of lemon basil to take back in the house. So now we're back in the kitchen, and I'm just going to separate them out. Some are going to be on paper towels on my island, and the basil is going to get hung so that it can dry. Alright. These are just going to sit out here until they're dry enough for me to put away. Okay, for the basil, I just have some twine here. And I'm going to tie it up in little bunches. You don't want up too much, because then it will mold. But just enough to make a nice little bunch. And then I'll take this and hang it from my baker's rack, and it'll dry. And that's about all there is to it. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again next time.